Hi guys, it's Joe. So I have a little tutorial for you today, and it's a candy box slider that I made, and this is great for like Valentine's Day treats or something. This is a little bit more involved, so maybe you might not be able to make this for a ton of treats, but this is what I made, and it is like I said, a candy box slider. So it's like your regular candy slider for your Hershey bars. The candy that's in here is actually a king size Kit Kat, and you can see I have like a little box here, and it fits perfectly for this particular size. And this is the front. Sorry about the glare, you guys, it's really bright right now, and I had just put this embellishment #1 scrubby, and this is what it looks like. Just hold it down here and then you pull it, and it's this big giant candy bar. And so I'm going to show you how you can make this little candy box slider for any size candy bar. And so let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so first I start off with a 12 by 12 cardstock, and here is my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I like using the scoreboard, so let me just make sure this is the pattern paper that I'm going to use, and I want the pattern to go this way because that's what's going to look like. And so let me get this Kit Kat out of this tree. Okay, so this is like a odd size candy bar, so I'm gonna make my box to fit this, and the first thing I want to do is measure how long I want my candy bar. And the Martha Stewart scoreboard has a ruler here, so I kind of want this top not to stick out too much. So I want to, this is going to be folded down anyway, so I want the length of my box to be 5.5, but I want to make room for this little bottom part here, and the size of this, I want it to be 1/2 inch. So I want, the length of my candy bar is 5.5, so I want to do a 1/2 inch space, so I'm going to do a 6-inch piece of cardstock. So let me just cut that. I hope this is making sense. I've never done this before, so yeah. And I have a new camera set up, so I hope you guys like this, because now the camera is face down on my workspace, and now it's easier for me to work around my desk instead of having to work around a tripod that's usually sitting right in front of me. So I hope you guys like that new camera location. Anyway, so I cut my piece of paper, my 12 by 12 cardstock, to be 6 inches. And so first things first, I want to score the bottom, the 12-inch size. I want to score it 1/2 inch. So let me just do it here, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to score it 1/2 inch. Make sure I get a good score line there. Okay, so let's turn this back this way. Okay, so the first score line for me is always 1/2 inch right here, and this is the little flap that you're going to be applying the glue on. So let me score 1/2 inch. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so I'm scoring at 1/2 inch. Make sure my paper is straight. Okay, so now the little side here, I want it to be 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score another 1/2 inch here. And the measurements change depending on the thickness of your candy bar. So since I'm doing this, I want the box to be 1/2 inch. Okay, so it's 1/2 inch here, the first score line, and then 1/2 inch. And then the width of my candy bar I put it up against this score line right here, and so I want to, let's see, right there is good. So I want to, let's say, score it at right here. So I'm going to score it at 4 3/4. Right there. That's where my candy bar ends. Make sure that score line goes all the way down to the paper, end of the paper. Okay, so now I'm doing the other side of my box, and again the width is 1/2 inch, so I'm going to score 1/2 inch. Okay, and then I'm doing the other side of the box, which is the same length as this. So it is, let me just count by 1/4 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So then I'm going to count 15 1/4 inches. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it stops right here at the 9-inch mark. There might be an easier way to do this, but this is just how I figured how to do it my way, right this way. So okay, and then that's it. So actually me scoring at this 9-inch mark where this candy bar ends right here is actually where I'm going to cut the paper. So I'll be right back. So this is what my ending piece is gonna look like. So basically I cut the paper 6 by 9 for this size Kit Kat bar. Okay, so now I'm going to move this scoreboard out of the way, and now I'm gonna fold all my score lines. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Okay, so now I'm going to put tape on this part right here, which is the 6-inch side where the little 1/2 inch fold is. So let me just put tape right there. And then make sure that this is lined up straight. Okay, then I get my scissors and cut these little slits right here on the score line so I could fold my flaps. Oops. Sorry about the glare, guys. God, this sucks. Anyways. Okay. Okay, and then for the long flaps, I'm going to just cut a little corner like this off so that it's a lot easier to fold. Okay, and then fold your little flaps, and then I'm going to put adhesive on one side here, one side of the flap. Okay, and then, oh my god. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold it like this. Here's my little score tool, and just press it down a little bit. Okay, And then now I'm going to get my hole puncher, which is my Crop-A-Dile. I'm going to use the larger hole, and I set it to 1/2 inch right there. So just press that top part where the opening is, find your center, and punch a hole. So that is my customized candy box slider, and it should fit my Kit Kat bar perfectly since I measured it. Well, it should, but the stupid flap is in the way. Like that. Okay, and then you just put your ribbon. Let me get some seam binding. So basically, you get your ribbon, put the 2 holes together, and run your ribbon through this hole. Kind of find the center of your ribbon right there, and then you drop your candy bar inside. And then tie your little bow. And then you have your little candy box slider. And this is just how I decorated mine. And here's the regular Hershey's candy bar that you can get at your grocery store or gas station liquor store. So basically this is my template. I measured the length of my candy bar, and then I added the flap here. So instead of 1/2 inch like the Kit Kat bar, I did 1/4 inch. So the first score line was 1/2 inch, and then my the width of the box was 1/4 inch. And then I measured how wide the candy bar was, and then I did another 1/4 inch score, and then I measured the exact same width of the bar again, and that's where I cut off my paper. Hi guys, I'm back. So I'm going to show you on some scrap paper how I did how I would do the candy box slider for your regular Hershey's bar. So basically I butt up the candy bar to my scoreboard here in the corner, and I measure it so it's about 5.5 inches in length, and the width of my candy bar is about 1/4 inch. So that's how thick I want my box to be, I guess. So I'm going to add 1/4 inch to my 5.5 inch. So I'm going to cut the piece of paper lengthwise at 5 3/4. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that is gonna fit my candy bar perfectly. Okay, so let me just go ahead and turn my paper and score that 1/4 inch line already for the bottom flap. Oops. It's kind of hard to score on copy paper because it moves. Okay, so that is my 1/4 inch bottom flap. Okay, so to start off, I want to score, my first score is always 1/2 inch, because that's where the adhesive is going to be going. Okay, and then the second score is how thick I want my box to be, and again, I decided to go with 1/4 inch, so I'm going to do a 1/4 inch score here. Okay, and then I'm going to get my candy bar, put it up against that last score line, and the width of my candy bar is 3 inches, so, oh, well, it's not 3 inches, it stops at the 3 inch point right here, so I'm going to score at 3 right here, make sure it's straight. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the sides, the side right here, so it's going to be 1/4 inch. Okay, and then I want the back panel to be equal to the first panel, so I'm just going to count how many 1/4 inches I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to count 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it stops at 5.5. And that is where I am going to cut my paper off. Okay. Okay, so that is my piece of paper. And then go ahead and fold all the score lines. Okay, so now I'm going to put adhesive on that 1/2 inch flap. Like so. Okay, and then line up, fold over that piece of paper and line it up. Okay. And then now I'm going to slit the bottom folds right here. Oops. Okay, and then for the long flaps, I'm going to cut the little corners off. Fold the little sides in first. So I don't have sticky tape that's a 1/4 inch, so I'm just going to use some liquid glue on the flap. Not a lot. Okay. And then fold that in. And just press it down. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that opening together and then find my center and punch a hole. Okay, so that is my little box right there, and it should fit my candy bar snug. So there you have it, and then let me just add my little seam binding. I know this may seem like a lot of work for just a candy bar, but I just think it looks so much, I don't know, more put together. And then it's going to go like that. So here is my decorated one, and this is that one I just made to fit the king size. So I hope you guys actually understood what I was trying to explain, because I think I was a little bit all over the place on this tutorial. But anyway, so that is how I made, or how I measured the little candy box slider for this particular candy bar. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you guys give it a try if you can actually understand what I said. Okay, see you soon. Bye.